NBA might be known for flashy dunks and game winners, but let's be real, sometimes things get heated on the court. From all-out brawls to personal beefs that turn physical, today we're diving into the craziest fights in NBA history. Buckle up, this one's gonna be wild. Fight number 1, Malice at the Palace, 2004. We have to start with the most infamous fight in NBA history, the Malice at the Palace. It all went down on November 19, 2004, when the Detroit Pistons hosted the Indiana Pacers. Late in the game, a hard foul by Ron Artest on Ben Wallace sparked chaos. Wallace shoved Artest, tensions rose, but then, boom! Artest laid down on the scorer's table like he was chilling. That's when things went nuclear. A fan threw a drink at Artest, and he charged into the stands. What followed was absolute madness. Players fighting fans, Jermaine O'Neal throwing a legendary sliding punch, and the game ending in one of the biggest black marks on NBA history. The result? 9 players suspended, 146 total games missed, and over $11 million in fines. The NBA had to change its security protocols after this one. Fight number 2, Shaq versus Charles Barkley, 1999. Next up, a fight between two of the biggest personalities in NBA history, Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. During a 1999 game between the Lakers and Rockets, things got physical in the paint. Shaq went at Barkley, who wasn't backing down. But then Chuck did something unexpected. He grabbed the ball and threw it straight at Shaq's head like a dodgeball move. Big mistake. Shaq immediately swung at Barkley, and the two giants went to the ground wrestling before teammates broke it up. The best part? Today they're best friends on TNT's Inside the NBA, but don't get it twisted. Back in the day, these two were ready to throw hands. Fight number 3, Draymond Green knocks out Jordan Poole, 2022. One of the most shocking fights in recent NBA history wasn't even in a game, it was at practice. In 2022, the Warriors' Draymond Green punched his own teammate, Jordan Poole, knocking him out in a viral moment that had the entire NBA world talking. The footage leaked, showing Draymond getting in Poole's face before launching a right hook that sent him flying. After this, the Warriors tried to downplay it, but let's be real, Poole was never the same, and they ended up trading him the next season. This was one fight that changed an entire franchise. Fight number 4, Larry Bird versus Dr. J, 1984. Back in the 1980s, basketball was way more physical than it is today. And when you put two all-time greats like Larry Bird and Dr. J on the same court, things were bound to explode. In a 1984 game between the Celtics and Sixers, Bird started talking trash and torching Philly. He had 42 points, and Dr. J had enough. The two got tangled up, words were exchanged, and then they straight up started punching each other. Both teams jumped in, and what followed was a legendary brawl that got Bird and Dr. J ejected. This was peak 80s NBA, physical, heated, and personal. Fight number 5, Kobe Bryant versus Chris Childs, 2000. Even the great Kobe Bryant wasn't immune to a fight. During a 2000 game between the Lakers and Knicks, Kobe was jawing at Chris Childs, who clearly wasn't in the mood for it. Out of nowhere, Childs hit Kobe with a two-piece combo, a quick left-right punch to Kobe's jaw. Kobe tried to fight back, but it was too late. Childs had already rocked him. The funniest part? Childs later said, "Kobe was trying to elbow me, so I had to let him know real quick." Even the Mamba had to take an L that day. Fight number 6, Kermit Washington's punch on Rudy Tomjanovich, 1977. This one wasn't just a fight, it was nearly a career-ending incident. In 1977, the Lakers' Kermit Washington punched Rudy Tomjanovich so hard that it shattered his skull. No joke. This was one of the most brutal hits in NBA history. Rudy was running toward the fight to break it up, but Washington turned and delivered a full-force punch, thinking Rudy was attacking him. The result? A broken jaw, fractured skull, and spinal fluid leaking from his nose. Doctors even said if the punch had landed slightly differently, Rudy could have died. After that, the NBA cracked down hard on fights, making sure things never got that violent again. Fight number 7, Knicks versus Nuggets brawl, 2006. One of the wildest fights in modern NBA history came in 2006 when the Knicks and Nuggets turned Madison Square Garden into a boxing ring. It all started when J.R. Smith and Marty Collins got into it after a hard foul. Then, absolute chaos. Players were throwing punches, shoving each other into the stands, and security couldn't even contain it. The highlight? Carmelo Anthony landed a clean punch on a Knicks player, then backpedaled away like a track star. He got hit with a 15-game suspension, and this fight led to major rule changes in how the NBA handled fights. And there you have it, the craziest fights in NBA history. Which one do you think was the wildest? Let me know in comments.